It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. And it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. Historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
Ever since Derek Carr came into the league, Mike, he's been historically a very passionate and productive NFL quarterback. He has the arm that can make every throw, but sometimes it's that arm that gets him into trouble. So he's got to find a little balance, a happy medium between aggressiveness and recklessness, because when he's playing well, they have as good a shot to win games as anybody.
Throwing at the start. Here's Carr. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And he'll be near a first down, but he's going to come up about a yard short.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll try to run for it with Williams. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the first down up to the 45.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Carr.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Second down, Carr. Throw right side to Olave. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, and I don't think it's going to be his last.
He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Second down and 8. Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. Carr working out of the gun. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. To throw, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake. Here's Carr. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. But that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We're back to Soldier Field after this. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. In motion is Hill. They'll run here with Kamara. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Ball at the 3, 2nd down, and goal. Again, it'll be Kamara. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Kamara. A dive, and he's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And he'll be brought down past the 25. decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponent's doing.
First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Demario Davis there on the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here comes Swift. They toss it right. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On 4th down, here's Torrey Taylor to punt for Chicago. Cedric Wilson back to receive. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this only up to about the 33-yard line. Two minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. Play action now. It's Carr. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Carr now to throw on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll motion their tight end Johnson to the left side in the hands of Hill. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Shaheed in motion. 1st down throw for Carr. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back is Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here comes Blake Groupie for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Tyler Scott from his end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we hit halftime with the visiting Saints in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Scott now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to tuck it and go. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He finds his big tight end, Everett.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Give up the middle with Swift. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better. Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. He's got it inside the 5. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll run with Swift. And looked like he may have had a lane, but the defense shut it down quickly. He did not get in, and it'll be 2nd down. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's Williams now to throw. Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
At one point, it felt like a touchdown was almost inevitable, but now after 2 back-to-back wins by this defense, all of a sudden it seems like the defense is in control, and this drive's in danger of stalling out.
Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Take it, and he will score! Game on! Caleb Williams! Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's Williams on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Carr. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. The Saints will punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Room to run at the 40. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On the option, it's Swift. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And a good job rallying to the football. Hold him just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. This one batted in the air and intercepted to the 20. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. And they'll have a chance to put this one to bed. They begin 1st and goal. go play action with Carr. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Grupe. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Grupe back out to kick it away. Scott now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Williams. He'll check this down to Swift. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just pumping the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They try to throw again. Here's Williams. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Howden.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The Saints offense getting set to get back to work. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL.